and this is a new series I'm going to bring to the channel called This or That. I'm going to be comparing two different items in the same category. They can either be the same item with a little bit different or the same item with a big difference. But either way, I'm going to be telling you guys the big differences of the two items and which one I think is worth it for the price. This is the first episode, and this episode I'm going to be comparing these two. These actually look really identical, but these are the Logitech MX Master 3 and the Logitech MX Master 3S. So I'm going to be talking about these two, which one I think is worth it, which one I don't think is worth it, which one I think is just the better one overall. So let's get started. Okay, so first let's talk about the MX Master 3. So this is a mouse I have been using for over a year now, I would say. This is one of my favorite mouses of literally all time. When I first got this mouse, this was going for $99.99. This mouse is an ergonomic mouse, as you can tell from the side. All of that. This mouse is just the best mouse I've ever used. This mouse was so good that I actually made a video on it. I'm gonna leave it up on the top right of the screen. But this mouse is awesome. It has its own Flow options app on the PC where you can actually change almost everything on this mouse that you want to. And which makes this even better, as everyone should know by now, I don't like micro USB when it comes to charging, and this has a USB-C charging as well. So there's fast charging with this as well, no slow charging. It's wireless. It comes with a USB receiver as well too, that you can connect to your computer or any other device that you want to connect it to and use it like that. But if you don't want to use it as a USB, you want to use it as Bluetooth, you have the option as well at the bottom of this as well. It can connect up to 3 devices at one time, and it also comes with the Logitech Flow. So basically what Flow is you can have 2 computers or 2 laptops or however you want to have it with this mouse connected to both devices. Grab one folder from one computer and literally drag it across the screen to the other computer, and it'll literally switch just like that. It is probably the best thing ever if you have 2 different devices. Like me, for example, I have a Mac, an iMac, and also a Windows laptop, the HP Almond 15. I transfer files from those all the time. It is so seamless and so good if I'm using Google Drive all the time or Telegram or any other things of that sort. Using Logitech Flow is probably so much better. Also with the Logitech MX Masters 3, you can have it so you can create profiles for different applications like Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Internet Explorer, RIP. You can have different settings for when the app opens up. It'll automatically change the settings for it as well too. On the mouse, it has a little wheel on the side where you can use this wheel. It has 2 buttons right here, and this little button right here is actually a button where you can change how this one spins. So you can have it so it spins endlessly, or you can tap it and then they can have it so it stops at certain places. This button right here on the side is actually a motion control button. So if you were to click this and you were to move the cursor up, down, left, or right, in the Logitech Flow options, you can change this and have it do different commands. Like you can switch from laptops or switch from desktops, switch from different screens, open up an application, undo, redo. You can literally do whatever you want just by holding this button and moving up, down, left, or right. There's so many customizations when it comes to just typical things that you would do on a laptop that this mouse can do all on its own. It fits really well in the hand. It makes it so your hand and basically the middle part of your hand isn't just flat like other devices. It has a long lasting battery. I have not charged this thing in 14 days, basically 2 weeks, and it's still running on 50%. This has really great battery life as well too. But yes, overall this is just a fantastic mouse. I've been using this mouse for over a year, and like I said before, this mouse retailed at the time for $99.99, but now it has someone to compare it, and this is the MX Masters 3S. When I first got the MX Masters 3, this mouse cost $100, but now this has dropped to $90 now that this older brother, the MX Master 3S, is now out. So this mouse really only has 2 different noticeable changes between the last year's model, which is the 3. Think of this 3S as the S for silent. This is the 3. This is the 3S. You guys hear that? And if you're someone who works at night like I do, I know when I'm up working at night and Janelle's sleeping, this does get to her. So now that I have the silent one, I really, really love this. But if you're in that situation like I am, this mouse will really, really help with that. This also has a higher accuracy as it's said on the bots, but truthfully speaking, for the average person, you're not gonna really see a big difference. I didn't see a big difference between the two. They both seem to go just as fast, just as responsive, just as smooth as each other. There wasn't a really big difference between those two. And this also has an option on the Logitech options that is easy switch. So if you want to switch between computers without clicking the button at the bottom, as you have to do with this one, you can do it literally on the computer. So this one has just dropped to $90, and this one is a new price for $100. So $100, $90. In conclusion, if you had to pick between the MX Masters 3S and also the MX Masters 3, me personally, I would go with the MX Master 3S. It's just an extra $10 for the extra quietness and the extra easy switch. I don't see the easy switch something that I would use pretty often, but I do like the silentness of this compared to this, especially at nighttime when Janelle's sleeping and she gets at me if she's watching this. It's true, but seriously, for the extra $10, I do think that it's worth the silent, which is basically what the S is for. Overall, these are two very good mouses, and it doesn't matter which mouse you get, I would just highly recommend the MX Masters 3 series. This is just one of the best mouses I've ever used in my entire life, and I have used a whole bunch of different mouses over the years, but that's all for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys enjoyed this series. This is a new series I'm gonna try to implement into the channel, this or that. If you have anything that you want me to compare, leave it down in the comments below. I will gladly be able and gladly love to even compare two items together. I have a lot more of this series coming in the future, but until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is A11. Peace.
Guys, it's A11 here back. Hey guys, it's A11 here back with a new video.
This isn't even Zay11, this is Janelle. What is your YouTube name?
Okay.
Actually, what's your YouTube name?
I don't have a YouTube name. Hey guys, it's
what?
Zay11. Why
do you keep clapping?
That's what you're doing.
So,
Let's get started.